Alrighty then, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to some more MS Saga. So, yeah, it's been about another 2 weeks, since I last played. Honestly, I've been really sick. Like, I was stuck in bed for 3 days straight. It was really bad. It's just something bad going around everywhere these days, I guess. But yeah, it's been a little while since I played. I did try to, I know the last 2 episodes have been kind of really bad. My voice is a little bit better, but not by much. But, I actually tried recording these a couple of days ago, and I got this weird bug where, like, I had 2 ECAPs. So when I went to go make the next set of mobile suits, it crashed. Like, it literally just stalled out and froze. It was really strange. Like, I had 2 sets of ECAP Ls, but the machine, or the game would only recognize one of them. And when I created it, like, the animation would play and then it just crashed. It was very, very strange. So I had to roll back like 4 saves. Sometime around the middle of that mining base, something messed up. I think it was when we picked up that first ECAP, the ECAP L. And yeah, it kind of messed up, so yeah. I had to roll back, so you'll notice a couple of things are a little bit different. Whoops, not that one. I want that. Yeah, that. So I upgraded Gavenger fully this time. Gave him an enhanced propellant, extra wing, you know, same combination as Fritz. He's not nearly as fast as Fritz, but still kind of useful. Tristan also made an HP part 3 because I'm stupid and didn't realize I should get enhanced wings for everyone. Yeah, I really should have, but I didn't. Oh, and while we're here, I'm gonna go buy some more repair kits. Because we have a bit more money than we did before. See why I use those instead of everything else? They're super cheap. Also, I can't believe these were here, but they were here the whole time. I am an idiot. And yeah, we don't need those. So yeah, we're gonna go loot the upper city now, because if you remember the last episode, Gavi-kun came and told us we needed to talk to the bosses. So, I'm not really a big fan of this place, just because I always get lost more frequently here than I do before. I won't get lost this time, though, because I've already seen it. But in the last one, I spent like 15 minutes going and collecting chests. So there's a ramp there that you would never notice unless you were running into walls randomly. Which is what I'm going to be doing, because I'm uber paranoid because of this one chest later that I'll show you guys. I don't think I can get over there, but you can get up here. Come on. Yeah, there's 2 up here. Or 1 up here, maybe? I thought that was that might be a door. That looks more like a door. Yeah, there's Repair Kit DX. Not super useful, but we'll get some use out of it. And then I believe there's an ECAP up down here. Yeah. We need more of those. I think we have like 5 or something left. I think before I go to the next session, or before I finish this place and go through the next town, I think I'm gonna go grind out another 20 or so of those to get at least Tristan and Aeon some enhanced wings, because attacking first is really nice. I wasn't doing that before, but I really should have. Plus, you know, I can go get GM tanks, so yeah. So this is the rich people district. So what we need to do is we need to start some random fires, because they randomly have trees here. Nah, go fuck yourself, mate. We're more of a professional than you are. Yep, and since he told us not to cause trouble, let's go start some fires. It'll be great. Also take down their exchange servers while I'm at it. Yes, we are the red-headed boy. That's one way to describe us. Also, I'm pretty sure this girl's blind. Nobody's cool dressed like this. So, as we found out Isengrad's only about 40 years old because of the distance from the G system. This still leads me to wonder, why didn't they build out of the G system? Use it. And also, the more important question, this was one of those parades through French Algiers. You know, it's by the guys in camels. I forget which division of the French that was. But I think that was in 1914 after a successful battle in the First World War. And we found some milkshakes. Those are basically the ethers of this world. Yeah. I think that was all that was in this room. Mainly because this is the only room in the building. And, you know, those kids sleep up there or something. I'll tell you though, slipping two people to a double bed, even when one's super short, it's really difficult. I did it for way longer than I should have. And this one guard over here is a fascist, so, or a communist, so, you know, he knows what's going on. He might also be a fascist, you never know. He's talking about helping children, we can't have that shit. And this dining room, I believe, is completely empty, but you never know. We're kind of coming up on that elusive chest. Yeah, there's nothing here either, but I remember last time I made the idea that this is horse flesh. It looks kind of like the hindquarters on a horse. It's too lean to be beef, but it's too small to be, or it's too large to be chicken. So I think they eat horses here, the weirdos. Then again, I think that's the only domesticated animal they have left. There's this lady who believes in life being precious. God, this whole city's full of communists, aren't they? They don't believe anything's up here. I don't know why I'm making fun of communists right now. I really don't. But whatever. But yeah, so this guy's like, oh yeah, use these tactic books. Basically, this explains what I just did in the last battle. So, I don't know if people in the rear guard heal in battle, but I know they do recharge energy, which is mainly what I use it for. To be honest, though, if I had 6 units, I'd be so much more powerful than I am now. Yep. So, you know, I was talking about that elusive chest, right? It's here. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? And yeah, it had some GM sniper data. So, spoilers, we're about to get a GM sniper. But we actually get this one for free. Oh, that reminds me. We picked up a GM sniper arm somewhere. I'm totally not sure where, but I gave it to Fritz. Because it increases damage. Like, it increased, I think it was speed and range, both. Like, it was perfect for him. Yeah, so that's this district looted. Time to travel north and go do some more looting. And there's also a ton of looting to be done in the Imperial Palace as well. Oh, and there's apparently one more chest. The fuck? It just opened up to the highway? Alright. And a hacking tool. Ooh. We could use some of those. It's going to be a long, long time before we can buy them. So the place I thought we could buy them before you can actually buy them there, it's much later in the game that you get to buy them. Don't worry, we'll rob that place too. Yeah, some little kids fighting the Dark Alliance because you guys are too much pussies to do it. Yeah, that happened. And I'm guessing, yep. Look how janky that looks. And another ECAP S. I think that puts us at 6. Okay. I saw that there was a chest there, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to get there. It's like, yeah, you're running at it, you're running at it, now you're running out of fence. Oh, okay. I was trying to climb up that one, like, wait, why isn't this one letting me go up? And I guess those two aren't connected at all, maybe? And I don't think I got that one last time because I just ran into that at as luck. But, whatever. And there's nothing over there I'm missing, I don't think. Yep. And as you see here, some really coolly painted campers. We never get that. Oh, we can never get that paint job. Much as I want it. You also find out that's because it's a flat texture, but whatever. Guy's an asshole. Blaming my heterochromia on anything but myself. Fuck you, dude. If you guys stopped being shit at your job, you'd find out why. I actually like this song. And there's good old Resi. So if you keep running straight, we'll eventually find him, but eh. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure if somebody talked to me and I didn't talk back, my commanding officer would be madder than if I did Oops, that was the same guy. And also, increasing training hours almost never works. And I'm pretty sure that guy just told me where where the supply room was. That's a bad idea, bro. I heard that as Commander Dustov gave you permission to loot. And Hyzak data, and I believe Marsai data? Oh no, Camphor data. That'll come in handy later, because we actually plan on building one of those. We probably won't be building a Isaac or Marsa, to be honest, because they don't really do much. But you never know. Alright, the gun cannon RX-77 is a far-range support mobile suit, the second one developed in the V project. It used some of the application, or it was used as a test bed for the final design for the Gundam, as it was given legs over the gun cannon, which was for testing the arms. So it goes from gun tank to gun cannon to Gundam. It was piloted by Kaishin during the 1 Year War, but despite what the first season told you, they built thousands of them, including the mass production version, which are awesome and cheap and pretty good as support units. I will always make fun of them though because they look derpy as fuck. I do like how they look better than the original, but that's my own choice. The Gelgoog, the final mobile suit developed during the 1 Year War by Zeon. Totally not true, but it's what most people say. It was the highest spec, actually, in some cases outpaced the Gundam except for the armor. It had a beam rifle that required a ship's reactor to jumpstart it, but could fire up to 8 shots. It didn't have a replaceable battery though, which was the biggest issue. But over time it could recharge. A massive step up for Zeon over what they had, but they lacked a bunch of well-trained pilots at that point, and most of their skilled pilots actually wanted to keep their old mobile suits for some reason. So a lot of Gelgoogs went to waste. But the Chimera Corps, which is most known for having Johnny Ridden, Uma Lightning, and some other people, made very good use of that. And as seed that they were still used up until 0092, at least. We don't know how many remnants actually used them afterwards, and we know scavengers use them all the way up to, I believe, Victory Gundam times. But that's not canon, so whatever. The Gion being the melee version of it, whereas the Gelgoog is the rain version. It was a single prototype, or 3 prototypes depending on what you ask, used by a Makuve. Makuve was the commander of Odessa who decided to do the nuke thing. He eventually would be destroyed at the Texas colony, and it was decided that a melee-only mobile suit was a terrible idea. Especially since the shield on it was covered in bombs. Like, no joke, they were defending it with bombs. Gions were not a good idea. The cool part, though, is they combined the two to make the Garibaldi A, but yeah. And yeah, there's the Garibaldi Kai, which is basically the same thing as the one we're using before, or same thing as the Zaku Kai, just as a, or not a Garibaldi, Gelgoog Kai, which is the same thing as the Zaku Kai, but in a Gelgoog form. And yes, it was used by Char. That'd be also the mobile suit that Char was using when Lala was killed. Gelgoog, okay. I thought they were the same thing, but I didn't want to be too fast. Yeah, the Gion, it was a melee form. It looks more like a chess piece than a knight to me, but to each their own, you know? The Domu. The Domu was the MS-09. It was heavily armored, but very slow, so they decided to create rocket legs, or hover legs, depending on what you consider. I believe they used rocket engines originally, though, that were able to float up to 9 meters above the ground. They could travel at, I believe, 90 miles an hour at max speed. Many new pilots loved them, but if you're used to conventionally liked mobile suits, DOMs felt really weird and they were very hard to use. So most Gauf pilots actually stayed using Gaufs, and as soon as they became aces, had them customized into what would be known as the Gauf Custom, which was most famously used by Norris Picard in MS-08. However, more than just that was produced. As you can, I believe Lost War Chronicles also featured a Gauf Custom, and some other things, but most of the time the Gauf Custom is always piloted by Norris. I love it though, because that Gatling machine gun is awesome. Oh, the downside to the Dom is it's about twice the size of a normal mobile suit, being that the Musai carrier could only carry 2 of them versus 3 Zaku's, Gelgoogs, or in some cases Gaufs, but Gaufs rarely are ever used in space because they were ground capable, lacking the AMBAC system. I believe I've talked about Gaufs before, so I won't do it again. But basically they're designed for ground combat with a bunch of melee weapons and not very good range. They tried to remedy that by creating the Heavy Gauf, but they took both of the things the Gauf was good at and tried to give it a weak range ability. That is the data they will give us, the Gauf, Gion, Zaku, and Dom. Well, and the Gelgoog. Data such as the Hyzak and Marasai, the Hyzak being the Titan's mobile suit developed in 0084, I believe, designed to look like the Zeon Zaku. Mainly to demonize the Titans, but I'm not quite sure why, except for their evil, air quotes. And then the Marasai was the upgraded version of that, made to look like a Japanese Kabuto armor, but it was supposed to be given to the AUG, but the plans got intercepted by the Titans, and the Titans ended up using them for a while before abandoning all of them. The lot of them would eventually be sold due to their look, or their comparison to, or not the comparison, but due to the image that the Titans left after they were eliminated. Many also defected to Neo Zeon. Yes, and this is where you find out the Future Century, which is, I believe, the Gundam Wing stuff, and then another Century, which is the G Gundam stuff. Remember, this is all fake history, though, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so G Gundam and Gundam Wing are in this. I have alluded to both of them recently, so you shouldn't be surprised. And plus, if you saw the intro, you both know the Wing and the Shining Gundam is in this. That being said, it'll be I believe the Sandrock will be the first Wing mobile suit we'll get, followed soon after by the Heavy Arms, depending on if I can beat Big Zom Kai or not. And then the Shining Gundam will be given to us a little while after that point. I mean, like, the dude just gave us permission to steal shit. So, let's do this. 30,000 credits. Great. An armor upgrade kit. That'll go in the box. An attack upgrade kit. Any Cap L. Super useful. I believe we're also about to be given an E-Cap L, so... I mean, now we have 4 of them. So, we're gonna get a gun cannon for Aeon, a Gelgoog for Trimi, I guess? Because the Dom's better than the GM command. And then, Tristan will get a Gion. We'll get a Gelgoog for Trimi, and then Tristan can get a Gion. What do you have to say, boyo? Oh, this is Resner's office, I think. Let's see, is there any loot in her office, though? This is obscenely big for an office and probably hard to heat. I really wouldn't want an office this big. So basically I was explaining melee weapons, we've already done that. Boosts, we already understand that. So why these books weren't in Angela, nobody knows. Or Angelia. Well, you see, when we were kids, our meth lab got attacked, and it got blown up, so we stopped having money, and we had to become poor people again. So we want to go kill the Dark Alliance people for blowing up our meth lab. Oh, and they killed some of our friends, but they were less important. I should probably talk to these guys. Nah, I don't want to talk to Resner. I've already done that. Alright, I thought for a second there he said thank you for Resner. I was like, what? Oh. So we're about to go to Fatty McFat's office. Sadly, this guy's character's literally only trait, besides being a massive douchebag, is being fat. Now, I love in games when they make the fat guy really, really nice, because every other game makes him an asshole. It always happens. That's Eisengrad 3. I'm assuming this is 2. Yep. And... Alright. So basically, the Dark Alliance is is groups of smaller people who all want something that Vladdy Zarth is offering them. We don't know what yet, though. We will find out eventually, but we do not. So the Zarth family was the leader of a conglomerate which had a bunch of research and private military bases, developing both ECAPs and the G system. So we know that somehow they created a matter conversion system that could allow them to make anything they wanted. Yep. So Elmont Dustov, who's the guy we're about to meet, or his son, I can't exactly remember, assembled a bunch of volunteers and they're able to drive the bandits off. My theory is they were one of the first to discover the G system and produce mobile suits. And using that mobile suit, they defeated the enemies. And slowly over time, they would build more using ECAPs they recovered from either bandits or by archaeologists looking for old world remnants and that kind of stuff, building up a modest military force before the war with Tohai. And so a guy named Shah Sosai helped them for some reason, and he got elected to general, and they became cool. Yeah, see, this guy's a massive douchebag. Nah, I'm gonna sit here for like 45 minutes. Maybe I'll sit on your desk just to annoy you. That'd be fun. So we won't hear about it here, but there was some sort of engagement between Eisengrad and Tohai a while back. And so my always theory is that Tohai was supplying bandits with weapons to go raid Eisengrad because they were jealous. And Sosei defected from Tohai because, you know, the name mostly and other general racism. I'm kidding. So for some reason, Sosei helped them win the battle and he became a general in Eisengrad, and Eisengrad now kind of has a vassal state in Tohai. Woo! Oh, if you guys are playing this on your own, I do suggest you don't have max E-caps when doing this, because I think this is one of the scenes where when they give you E-caps, it'll crash if you have max. And 10,000 credits. We just stole 30,000 credits, so that's not much. I thought they gave us data, but that might be next time. To be fair, he was defending Eisengrad with a camphor with no weapons. So he might be the only one here more badass than we are. Really now. Alright. Anyway, so I think we have to go talk to Hall and then we'll go... Or Hal, and we'll go do the next thing. I'll end the episode after that. Or wait, what was in here? Did I already loot in here? I might have already loot in here. Or there's no loot in here. Yeah, but now that the upper city is thoroughly looted, we can now go talk to what's-his-face. We already know who you are. We just talked, remember? Yeah, that guy's gonna kill us in our sleep. Out of everyone else here, that guy's gonna do it, and he's gonna do it in the most creepy way possible. Like, he's gonna smother us with his ass. But yeah, don't worry, there's literally no more characterization for that guy. We never get any redemption like, oh, he was like the descendant of a lifelong soldier and super prideful and all this jazz. Nah, he's just a dick. Oh, okay. I thought we did Tohai next. We're actually doing the other one first. Don't worry, that's exactly where most of our money's gonna go for the rest of the game. Alright, so we got the choice between a Gelgoog and a Gion. To be honest, we're gonna get more use out of the Gelgoog, or out of the Gion right now. We will be picking up a Gelgoog soon, but we're gonna go for the Gion first. And by soon, I mean probably next episode. Let's be real. We gotta go find the black market ticket, which I think I remember how to get it. And then once we get the black market ticket, we'll be able to buy more. Remember that guy in the slums who was like, go away unless you have this ticket? Yeah, we're gonna go talk to that guy. But anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. We'll be back for more immediately after this for me, but I don't know when it'll come out for you guys. I'm kind of messed up on how many episodes I have recorded. Anyway, folks, good night.